profession. An architect spends half of life in the working place. It's a profession, part of profession. And how to organize ideal space for architectural creative work, for office part, and what for you ideal working space?
Working space, I mean, I started work and very small office, very small office, very nice, which I live also there. I didn't leave it.
Your own office?
My own office, it was very small, which I live, and more or less I live, because I slept there. The first project, you know, when you make the first project day and nights, I was 3-4 nights on the office. My wife and my first daughter, she was like 2-3 months, they came to office. We ate together and we gone home and I stayed there. Because I couldn't sleep actually, because I had to, it was my first project, I had to finish it very good, and the space is of course very important. It's like life, it's a part of life. You can I try to learn it after 10 or 15 years now to close it, to go, to be. But even if I'm in with family, I always think about it. Is in my head, is still in office actually. I'm maybe physically not there, not here in office, but I'm mentally I'm there, and I draw also. I sketch it, I write it. Now with the new technology, I make it very fast. I found some message for myself, sending to remember what I thought in that moment, and this thought should come in the paper later when I'm in office. Is you can say that's the separate is, even if you are physically not in office, you are in office wherever as an art, and because in our job is like a feeling when you get in love. How is that? You got such a hot things on face, you know. It doesn't matter where you are. You can be in the worstest place in the world, I think, and you are so happy because of this energy. And this energy, as when you are artist or architect, I think this is the happiest person in life you are, because you still always in love. Imagine that someone is always in love and find some other partner in the art and architecture. Each new project is like a new love. And that makes me so happy. It doesn't matter if I'm here. Of course, I love here because I remember, I walk around and we see and we remember, that project. We organize all old model also to remember it. But it's like you walk in paradise, and you see this positive energy which comes to you even if you are not here. For me, this place of office is not so important actually, which I love, of course, here to be in office. But even if I'm sitting in the restaurant or in coffee shop or some coffees or with friends and so on, you start to draw, you start to record. This is this love. You are with friends when you are in love, when you are 16, 17. You remember, you physically you are there, but your head is with that girl or with that boy. You know, this is the same to me today. I'm going to be 50 next year, 50 years old. But it's still that feeling, and it keeps me very young actually. Always when the people say, "What, you are 49 and 50," I can't even. What? I am 50? I can't believe it. And I think this is just the reason of this.
Everything changed, and you know, in generation of our parents, in 50 it was old people.
Very old.
But now it's beginning.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's changed.
Because I
Thanks
think
God.
it's because of open mind. Change everything in mind.
Yeah. It's just in mind. There is no physical. I mean, sometimes, of course, you see in your body that it's not working like for 20 years ago, but it's.
Armin, and how this place appeared in your life? Why you choose this place? I mean, location.
Yeah.
And what about surroundings? And also, I would like to understand your system organizing working space here. It's spectacular, or what else?
It's this area. I mean, there is very close to university, Vienna University of Technology. I teach from 1997 till 2012, 2013 in university. Is very close by walk, and a lot of my students always comes here, and that was one of the main reason actually. The second reason is in Vienna is in between two big park, Belvedere. There is a palace of Belvedere here, which they are the works of Egon Schiele. Egon Schiele is one of my heroes in my life, and I walk always there to the museum and watch his works, and remembering give some energy, some positive idea, and actually very central also. You can walk to the center of the city like 10 minutes, and all this, and it's very close to my which I live in the 5th district, which I live is very close also, and yeah, it's very accidentally actually I'm here, and I'm happy that I'm here. I mean, I love to have a office which is, even if it's like 3-4 meter, but 20-50 meter long, to see everything what happens is because of this old building which they build for 1200, 1300, like 800, 900. This building is like 250 or 300 years old. You know, the walls are like 90 centimeter things. Is not easy to open all these things and make it. Because of this situation, I have to be like pop with the office. This is the only things which disturb me. Otherwise, the height of the things is like 4 meter, the rooms, and it's a good air. The people can work better, I think, and I'm here.
I see that here make some interesting mixture. The typical Austrian architecture, yeah, no, empire architecture, old one, historical one. You make a little bit modern. And also a little bit Iranian.
Yeah. You know, in my point of view, I say I really have respect to the tradition. It's very important to respect the tradition for each one. But we are the generation which we came, and we want to also leave some message for the future. I always say, how can we give this message to the world? How can we show this message to our children? If I'm doing buildings, for example, in this case, because this is a good mix of traditional buildings, and we make a new one on the top. I say if we are doing this new. I can't make it like it was before, cause like this traditional architect 45 degree, just like so small windows on the roof. And they say we have to give also our message, our idea, our philosophy to the future, to my children, or in 100 years ago, what generation was here, and to give this signature in the city and show the city also that it was a generation like the beginning of modernist. It was also very hard to that but now you have a lot of respect, a lot of building. Even in Austria, you go and you see some modernists that is wow, that is good, because they came and they leave this message in this city. Even this such a conservation area city, time to time you find some signature of that time to leave this message, and that's why. Okay, the next point is, as you say, I grew up in Iran. I do this culture. I see this ornamental point in my culture, and this ornament, I try to change this ornament in the modern way actually. To what was the idea of the ornament behind this ornament? How was it when you go to the Orient? You walk on the things. This line which is in art, this line which is in a cultural area or a mosque, bring you. If you go to the mosque, for example, it brings you to the center. How it worked there, that you go to the mosque and it brings you to that area which the holy place is. This ornament, I use it in my buildings. I bring it the same in modern way and mix it with this technology which I learn here. And I think that was the success point for one of my success lines, are which I could mix these two together in the right way to bring this ornamentally, not so banal like it is here in artistic things, because
Banal, but with love.
With love, of course, for there. but how can you bring it? You can bring it here and show this is. But I changed this line, exactly the same system, the same line on the project. You know, this ornamentally suddenly becomes. Yeah, you sit on the things. The shadow of one of my project, I will show you also later. The shadow is suddenly like this ornament. The shadow.
But your architecture looks like no decoration. It looks like very constructive and maybe sometimes a little bit deconstruction,
Yeah.
a little bit. But it's not. I have feelings that it's not about decoration. It's the thinking with construction and environment.
Exactly, and that love, that energy, this energy for who is going to live, and it makes changes. Is flowing of this energy, and therefore, and that corner becomes the form change itself. It's not like that box, which a lot of many. By the time which I learned architecture here in German, it was also just box. We have to present the professor just a box. No, it's not a box. It's changed the data, the information. It changed the form of this box. That's what I try. Then the feeling can change it. To give it this wow effect was important, and that's what I did. And therefore, it is actually, you see that we break the lines. In each project, it's break. It's not the same line always. And it depends to that situation actually.